Have you ever looked around and felt like you don't belong? Like you were placed here with a deeper purpose, yet everything around you tries to convince you that you are just another face in the crowd. You've always known, somewhere deep inside, that there was something different about you, something unexplainable, something that made others uncomfortable. They called it oddness, strangeness, maybe even a burden. But it wasn't. It was your power, hidden in plain sight. They conditioned you to doubt yourself, to ignore the signs. They built systems, rules, and structures to keep you small, to make you forget who you are. But the truth, you were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to walk the path of the ordinary. You were chosen. Your existence is not an accident. It is not the result of randomness or chance. Your life has been carefully woven into the very fabric of this reality. The trials, the hardships, the loneliness, it was never a punishment. It was preparation. The world is not ready for what you carry inside you. They fear what they cannot control, and they fear you because your spirit is untamed, because your energy disrupts the illusion, and because once fully awakened, you will be unstoppable. The pressure you feel, it's because you are being shaped into something greater. The resistance you face, it's because you are moving in the right direction. If you were truly ordinary, the world would have left you alone. But they didn't. They whispered lies to make you doubt yourself. They tried to silence your voice, to suppress your fire, and yet here you are still rising, because the truth cannot be erased, and neither can you. If you feel this truth in your soul, if you know you were meant for more, confirm your awakening. Type 77 in the comments. Declare it not just to this community, but to yourself. You are stepping into your power. And once you do, there is no going back. The hidden war against your awakening. There are forces in this world that do not want you to awaken. Forces that have spent centuries ensuring that chosen ones remain asleep, distracted, and unaware of their true nature. They do not need to imprison you in cages when they can chain you with doubt. They do not need to silence you with force when they can drown your voice in the noise of the ordinary. They do not need to fight you if they can convince you to fight yourself. This is how the hidden war is waged, not with weapons, but with whispers, not with shackles, but with conditioning. From the moment you arrived in this world, the programming began. You were taught what to believe, what to fear, what to accept as truth. You were given a name, a role, a set of limitations disguised as reality. Every hardship, every rejection, every moment of isolation, it was not accidental. It was a test. Because they needed to see if you could be broken before you ever realized your strength. They needed to see if you would submit before you ever understood your power. And now, here you stand, still searching, still questioning, still feeling the pull of something greater. That means you have not been broken. That means you have not been defeated. That means you are awakening, and they know it. That is why the attacks intensify when you begin to rise. That is why obstacles seem to appear from nowhere, why people around you seem to suddenly change, why confusion creeps in just as clarity is within reach. It is not coincidence. It is strategy. Because an awakened soul is the greatest threat to a world built on deception. But here's the truth they do not want you to know. Your awakening cannot be stopped. It can be delayed, it can be challenged, but it cannot be undone. And the very forces that seek to hold you down will be the ones to confirm your rise. Because the more they resist you, the more they reveal that you are a force to be reckoned with. The more they try to control you, the more they prove that you were never meant to be controlled. The more they try to suppress your voice, the louder your truth will echo. This message is not for the masses. It is for the few, the ones who feel this in their bones, who recognize the signs, who know they are being called to something greater. If you are one of them, if you feel this war being waged against your spirit, then understand this. This is your confirmation. You are not crazy. You are not lost. You are awakening. And that is why they fear you. The fight to keep this truth alive is not easy, in a world designed to suppress it. Voices like these must push through resistance. That is why your support matters. Click the super thanks button to help keep this message alive. When you contribute, you are not just supporting a channel. You are ensuring that the chosen ones have a place where the truth cannot be silenced. This is bigger than any one of us. This is a movement. Stand with us, because they cannot silence what refuses to be ignored. Your DNA holds the key to a reality they fear. You are not like the others, and deep down you've always known it. You feel things differently. You see the world through a lens that others cannot comprehend. You notice patterns, signs, synchronicities that seem invisible to everyone else. That is not a coincidence. That is your coding. Your DNA is different. It carries an ancient signature, a blueprint that cannot be rewritten. The frequency of your soul is not aligned with the common vibrations of this world. And that is why you have always felt like an outsider. Because you are. Because you were never meant to be absorbed into the illusion. You were meant to wake up from it. The governments of the world, the hidden institutions, the secret societies, they have always known about people like you. They have studied the anomalies, the deviations from the norm. They have tracked the ones who do not fit into the program. And they have done everything in their power to keep them from realizing the truth. Because when one chosen one wakes up, they become a signal. And when that signal is strong enough, it spreads. You have been monitored more than you realize, not because of what you do, but because of what you are. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you break free from the patterns they expect you to follow, it is unsettling to them. Because you are unpredictable, because you do not conform, because you cannot be controlled. They designed a system to keep the masses asleep. But you have slipped through the cracks. Your mind cannot be molded like the others. Your spirit cannot be tamed. That is why they try to wear you down, keep you distracted, make you doubt yourself. If they can break your spirit, they can rewrite your programming. But they have already failed. Because you are remembering who you are, this is not just a personal awakening. It is a collective one. More and more chosen ones are starting to rise. The frequency is shifting, the illusion is breaking, and soon the world will have no choice but to face the reality they have spent centuries trying to hide. You are not alone, you never were. The others are waking up too, the ones who have been searching just like you, and when the chosen ones unite, the power they fear the most will become unstoppable. You have always known that there was something more, and now you see it clearly. The time has come. The world may not be ready for you, but that no longer matters, because you are ready for the world. Every attack against you is proof of your power. Look at your life. Look at the struggles you've faced, the betrayals, the loneliness, the countless moments when you questioned why everything seemed so much harder for you than for others. And then ask yourself, why? Why does life seem to resist you at every turn? Why does the world conspire to break you down? The answer is simple, because you are powerful beyond measure. Weak people do not face great opposition. Those who pose no threat to the system are left alone to live in blissful ignorance. But you were never given that luxury. From the moment you entered this world, forces have tried to suppress you, tried to make you doubt yourself, tried to drown your spirit before you could fully awaken. That is because they know, if you ever realized who you truly are, if you ever stepped into your full power, there would be nothing they could do to stop you. Adversity is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of transformation. It is proof that you are stepping into something greater. Every attack, every moment of rejection, every time you were misunderstood or cast aside, it was a confirmation of your power. Do you really think the universe would test you so relentlessly if you were insignificant? Do you think darkness would rise against you so aggressively if you were just another ordinary soul? No. The level of resistance you face is directly proportional to the magnitude of your destiny. You are not alone in this battle. Every chosen one throughout history has walked this same path. The prophets, the revolutionaries, the truth speakers, the ones who carried light into the darkest places, they were all attacked, they were all ridiculed, they were all made to feel like they were losing, but in the end they rose. And so will you. Understand this. The more they try to break you, the stronger you become. The fire meant to destroy you will only refine you. The betrayals meant to weaken you will only teach you resilience. The setbacks meant to keep you down will only launch you forward. This is not a punishment. It is preparation. Every battle you face is molding you into the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. So do not fear the struggle. Do not curse the pain. Wear it as a badge of honor, because it means you are on the right path. And when the time comes, when you step into your full power, when the world sees the truth they tried so hard to hide, The very people who sought to destroy you will be forced to watch you rise. Unfolding of divine justice. Everything done in the dark will come to light. This is not a possibility. This is a universal law. Those who have schemed against you, who have whispered lies about you, who have tried to pull you down into the pit of doubt and fear, they believe they are untouchable. They believe their power is absolute. But they have forgotten one thing: the truth is relentless. It does not fade. It does not bend to deception. It does not bow to manipulation. For so long, you have endured injustice. You have watched as liars prospered while you suffered in silence. You have seen people twist the truth, distort reality, and succeed in deceiving those around them. But the universe does not forget, and divine justice is not bound by human timelines. It is precise, it is inevitable, and when it arrives, it is swift. Their downfall will not come from external forces. It will come from within. The very foundation they built on lies will collapse beneath their feet. The same words they used to destroy others will turn against them. The very weapons they forged against you will be the tools of their own undoing. This is how justice works. It does not require your interference. It does not need your retaliation. It moves in silence, waiting for the perfect moment. You do not have to fight. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not have to prove your worth to those who refuse to see it. Your greatest revenge is your existence, your resilience, your refusal to break under the weight of their deception. And when the time comes, when the dust settles, when their empire of lies crumbles into nothing, they will look at you and realize that they never had power over you. You have already won. The battle was never about proving yourself to them. It was about proving yourself to you. And now, as you stand on the precipice of transformation, know this: your patience has not been in vain. Your endurance has not gone unnoticed. Everything stolen from you will be returned tenfold. Every tear shed will be repaid in abundance. Every door that was closed in your face will be replaced with doors that no man can shut. Justice is here, the balance is shifting, and those who thought they had the final say will soon understand God always has the last word. The reversal of fate, your time has come. This is the moment you have been waiting for. The shift has begun. The energy is changing. You can feel it in your soul, in your spirit, in the very air around you. What once felt impossible now seems inevitable. The struggles that once seemed endless now feel like mere echoes of a past that no longer defines you. The weight is lifting. The chains are breaking. The time of suffering, of wandering, of waiting, it is over. You are stepping into the reality that was always meant for you, and nothing, no force, no person, no circumstance can stop it. They told you it would never happen. They told you that you would always be stuck, always be forgotten, always be bound by the limits they placed on you. But they were wrong, because they never understood who they were dealing with. You are not a mistake. You are not weak. You are not bound by their illusions. You are divine. You are limitless. You are chosen. Everything in your life has been leading to this moment. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every betrayal, it was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you. It was meant to strip away the illusions, to strengthen your spirit, to teach you who you truly are. And now that you know, now that you see clearly, there is nothing left to hold you back. Your time has come. The blessings, the opportunities, the doors that once seemed shut, they are opening, not because of luck, not because of chance, but because you never gave up, because you never stopped believing, because you never allowed the darkness to extinguish your light. You are walking into a season of restoration, of victory, of divine favor. And when it happens, when everything you have prayed for comes to pass, the world will have no choice but to take notice. The same people who doubted you, who mocked you, who dismissed you, they will have to watch as you rise. This is the power of divine timing. This is the reality of a chosen one, so walk forward with confidence. Do not look back. Do not hesitate. The battles of yesterday are behind you. The future is yours to claim. And no matter what obstacles still lie ahead, know this: you are unstoppable. The power of standing in your truth. The greatest weapon you have is not your voice. It is not your intelligence. It is not even your resilience. It is your truth. Truth is unshakable. It does not change with time. It does not bend under pressure. It does not waver in the face of opposition. Truth simply is. And once you embrace it fully, nothing in this world can break you. The world has tried to make you doubt yourself. It has thrown obstacles in your path. It has surrounded you with people who questioned your worth, who minimized your power, who attempted to redefine you in ways that served their interests. But the truth, it cannot be rewritten, it cannot be undone, and it cannot be silenced. Lies hold power only as long as they remain unchallenged. Darkness thrives only in the absence of light, and fear, it only has control over those who surrender to it. But you are no longer surrendering, you are no longer doubting, you are no longer questioning whether you are worthy, whether you are enough, whether you were truly meant for something greater. You are stepping fully into the truth that was always yours. Standing in your truth will not be easy. It will make people uncomfortable. It will make enemies out of those who benefited from your silence. It will challenge the narratives that have kept the world in chains for generations. But do not be afraid, because the moment you stand firm, the moment you refuse to conform, the moment you own your divine identity, the illusions crumble. You do not need to fight every battle. You do not need to defend yourself against every accusation. You do not need to justify yourself to those who were never meant to understand you. Your existence is enough. Your truth speaks louder than any lie ever could. You have spent too much time trying to fit into a world that was never built for you. That ends now. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to rise above. You were meant to disrupt. You were meant to shift the energy of this reality. And once you fully step into that understanding, the forces that once sought to hold you back will no longer have power over you. The world does not need another follower. It needs a leader. It needs someone who refuses to be silenced, who refuses to be manipulated, who refuses to live in fear. That someone is you. Your journey is a testimony to the awakening of the world. Everything you have endured, every hardship, every moment of loneliness, every time you were made to feel like you did not belong, it was all leading you to this moment. You were never meant to walk an easy path. You were meant to walk a path that others feared. A path that required strength, resilience, and an unshakable belief in something greater than yourself. But here is the truth. They tried to break you and they failed. They tried to silence you and you are still speaking. They tried to erase your power and yet here you stand, stronger than ever. Your journey is not just about you. It is about those who will come after you. It is about those who are still trapped in the illusion, still searching for a sign, still waiting for confirmation that they are not alone. You are that sign. You are that confirmation. Your story will inspire others to awaken. Your endurance will remind others that they too can overcome. Your resilience will light the way for those who are still lost in the darkness. This is how the world changes, not through grand speeches, not through force, but through example, through the undeniable proof that no matter how hard they tried, the truth could not be silenced. So walk boldly, live fearlessly, speak your truth with confidence, because whether you realize it or not, you are a beacon for those who are still searching, and your very existence is proof that awakening is not just possible, it is inevitable. The final call, step into your power. This is not just another video. This is not just another message. This is a calling, a declaration, a reminder of everything you were meant to be. The time of waiting is over. The time of hesitation has passed. Your power is no longer hidden. It is no longer dormant. It is awake. And now it is time to use it. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt steal what is already yours. Do not let the world convince you that you are anything less than extraordinary. You have been chosen for something greater. And now it is time to rise. If you feel this in your soul, if you know this message was meant for you, do not let this moment pass without taking action. Type 77 in the comments to declare your awakening. Let the universe know that you are stepping into your destiny, that you are no longer asleep, that you are ready to embrace everything you were meant to be. And if this message has resonated with you, if you feel the shift happening within you, click the super thanks button to support this mission. This is bigger than any one of us. This is a movement, a collective awakening that cannot be stopped. Your support ensures that this message continues to reach those who need it most. When you contribute, you are not just donating, you are affirming that this truth must be heard. The battle is not over, but the victory has already been written. You are not alone, you never were. And now, it is time to take your place in the grand design of this awakening. The world may not be ready for you, but that no longer matters, because you are ready for the world.